the Consortium for the Greater Geek, and this is This Week in Geek. 2017 has been a big year so far for us geeks. The summer movies gave us a lot to watch. The TV shows are firing up, and the fall season is right around the corner with S.H.I.E.L.D., The Inhumans, Gotham, everything coming out with the new X-Men show, The Gifted, right around the corner. We've got a lot to look forward to. And the summer gave us a lot to catch up on as well. We had the first things we had coming out the corner was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now, while many people felt it didn't have that same wow factor the first one did, because if you weren't a hardcore comic reader, you really didn't know who the Guardians of the Galaxy were, and the movie really wowed fans with the wide array of crazy characters we had and the good story. But the second one still lived up to the hype of the first one. It still gave us a solid story. The characters, once again, portrayed fantastically. For me, it's always Rocket Raccoon. He steals the show for me wherever he is because I'm a big Rocket Raccoon fan. And Drax the Destroyer, once again, hitting his timing comedic performance very, very well. And with Ego the Living Planet showing up to be Star-Lord's father, which was a little bit of twist on the original comic book stuff because Star-Lord's original father was pretty bland and boring and it wouldn't have made it for a good film. But the movie overall hit well with audiences. It's going to give us a lot to look forward to for Guardians 3, which I'm hoping we get more Cosmo and we get Adam Warlock showing up. And then the other side of the coin, we had DC putting out Wonder Woman this year. Wow! If only Warner Brothers would get their stuff together and make all their movies like Wonder Woman. Holy cow, it was fantastic. Gal Gadot did a phenomenal job portraying Wonder Woman. It had a solid story. It had everything you needed between the action, the heart, the feeling, everything. Some comedic moments. It hit on every aspect. I really hope Warner Brothers takes a lot from that and puts it into Justice League. Now I know Joss Whedon's taken over for Zack Snyder, and everyone here at the Consortium for the Greater Geek, we give our sympathies out to Zack Snyder and his family for the reason he had to step away from this film. So we've got that Justice League to look forward to, but back to the summer. We did have some movies that did not perform very well, like this hot mess right here. And this whole section of my toy shelf here cries every time Michael Bay puts out a new Transformers movie. This one did not perform as well as the last ones. I know they do huge overseas. The overseas market loves these movies. They're big, they're explosive. It's just not what Transformer fans want. They want more something of a G1 feel. They want more of the traditional looking characters. This is supposed to be Michael Bay's last film. Let's hope that stays true. We get a new director. And maybe we can get a decent quality film as opposed to just 2.5 hours of everything blowing the frick up. On the other note, we did have another fantastic film this year, which was Spider-Man Homecoming. This gave Marvel fans gives all the willies because now Spider-Man's in the MCU. Joining up with the rest of the Avengers, started in Civil War, now he got his own film. The only complaint I saw from some people was that the spider suit had too much Stark technology in it. But while I can understand that, it was also a play on the story arc of the Iron Spider suit that Stark gave to Spider-Man during Civil War. I didn't have a problem with it. I know a lot of people didn't. It was just one of the small nitpicks, and let's face it, every film we have has a nitpick. We can all get, but overall, we get past that, and the movie was very well put together and very well done. It's the best version of cinematic Spider-Man we have ever had. I look forward to seeing what's coming more down the road, as long as Marvel can keep their creative juices flowing on these films, and Sony doesn't run amok and we get stuff like Spider-Man 3 that we had. And the last two amazing films just were not that good. We saw the forming of the Sinister Six, a hint at it as well. So let's hope that becomes fruitful and we see that in the next Spider-Man film. One movie that I thought was really going to be big this year, I really enjoyed this film, but it didn't capture audiences. I think it was marketed wrong because the trailers that you saw really didn't explain what was going on. That was Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. From the folks that brought you The Fifth Element, you really felt that Fifth Element feel in the film. Luke Besson said that it was pretty much, it is in the same universe, just different characters, different side of the galaxy. It was a very good film. It was fun. It was energetic. The acting was well, had a lot of good laughs in it, and as well some seriousness and a little bit of feeling. But it wasn't anything spectacular, I want to say. The visuals are immense. They are gorgeous in every way. I recommend if you do get a chance to see, whether it's on DVD, demand, or direct TV or streaming, whatever, take a chance and watch Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. It was very well put together. And yet, even though we've had all these films, The Defenders just dropped. The Defenders was fantastic. It was a little bit shorter than the other Marvel series. It was only eight episodes long. I sat down the day it dropped and watched straight through, just binge watched it on my couch, didn't move. I even got a little bit of flack from my wife until she sat down and completely got engrossed in it. Some people still feel that Iron Fist is still the weakest character. They're not a big fan of Finn Jones, but he's still in a very naive state from what I see, and that's going to he grew up a little bit in the Defenders series. He's getting a little bit more knowing what the world is about and what he's got to do in it. Daredevil, always fantastic. Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, everything. And it ties in more with the Hand. If you haven't watched Defenders, get your butt to a couch and watch it. It's worth the watch if you've liked the other Netflix Marvel shows. It's fantastic. I look forward to Daredevil Season 3 that they've announced, Jessica Jones Season 2, and a new season of Luke Cage. I'm sure Iron Fist is right around the corner. And this November, I believe it's November, I could be wrong, Punisher is dropping. There is a teaser for Punisher after the credits in Defenders, so make sure you watch all the way through the credits. The Punisher just looks insane. It looks fantastic. It's the Punisher we've always wanted. Now we're getting it. It's the blood, the gore, the anger that is the Punisher. That brilliant just brutality that the characters had for the past 20 to 30 years is in this show, doing what we've always wanted the Punisher to do. And past November, we still have Thor Ragnarok coming down the line. This looks insane. A lot of people have compared the trailers we've seen to Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're thinking maybe they're giving that more to a feel because Guardians of the Galaxy is so appealing. Others have said they just want the same feel for all their Marvel's Galactic films, which makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of colors and a lot of vibrant visuals in it. The fact that the Hulk is there and it's supposed to be a Thor-Hulk buddy film is awesome. I can't wait for this. And there's rumors of a cameo of Beta Ray Bill. I can only hope Beta Ray Bill's in here. He's a big, a long-time favorite of mine. You don't know who Beta Ray Bill is. Sorry, I'm getting a little off camera. Beta Ray Bill is a Corbinite. He's an alien character. In one of the earlier issues of Thor, I believe back in the 80s, him and Thor got into a fight. He was trying to save his own planet, and he picked up Mjolnir and wielded it. And he actually got himself teleported back to Asgard. Odin was impressed, gave him his own hammer, made him an honorary Asgardian, and we had Beta Ray Bill, whose hammer is called Stormbreaker. I'm hoping he gets a cameo in this film and maybe leads off to a spin-off. It probably wouldn't be a big film, but that'd be awesome for me. And then after Thor, we still have Justice League. Now, as I said before, Joss Whedon has taken over part of this as director of this. There's a lot of reshoots going on. There's a lot of speculation of what he's doing with those reshoots. Some people say he's making the film a little lighter. I just read one article, it was on Collider, saying how he's changed the ending. So we can only imagine and speculate what's coming down the pipeline with Justice League. My hopes have gained a little bit. Excuse me. As we said, we're here at the consortium. We are very sympathetic to what happened with Zack Snyder. We wish him and his family the best. Because we know Joss Whedon is also taking on Batgirl for Warner Brothers. So I'm getting high hopes for Justice League, hoping that we really see something phenomenal pull out of this. Something that's going to make everyone say wow. Because Batman vs. Superman left a very disappointed feeling in a lot of fans. So, and dare I say, this movie actually might make Aquaman cool. And then after that, we still have Star Wars Episode 8 coming down, The Last Jedi coming down this December. And this has got everyone just roaring. Whether Luke is a bad guy, who is Rey's parents, who is Snoke. I see more Snoke conspiracy theories out there than I think anything else right now in geekdom. This has got everyone roped up. Everyone is freaking out. Who is Snoke? Is he this? Is he the Emperor? No one knows. Hopefully, we might get some answers this December when Star Wars drops. So guys, that's going to be my wrap up for this week. Stay tuned to the Consortium for the Greater Geek. Stay tuned next week for more of This Week in Geek. We've got a lot more stuff coming down the road. Again, find us on Twitter. Find us here on the YouTube channel. Find us on Facebook. The website's still in works. We promise you it is coming. We've had some setbacks, but we're getting there, folks. We want to be your media outlet for everything geek. So stay tuned to the consortium for the greater geek. I'll get you guys later.